So that handsome guy behind me is my husband, Bill, and we decided today in Paris to take the big bus tour. We just passed the Opera House, which the Phantom of the Opera, if you remember the Phantom of the Opera. We're going to the Champs de Elysees, we'll see Eiffel Tower, Arc de Triomphe, so many things on this tour, so I would suggest it. And the good thing is, the tour guides are speaking in English. Woohoo! Good for us anyway.
Everybody, we're having a great time. We just got off the tour bus. Yeah. Oh, let's move over here. I got a point coming out of my head.
There you go. Anyway, we're in the city of love. We're in the city of lights, Paris, and we are loving it.
Yeah, having a great time, and as you can see, the weather is just beautiful.
So Bill just loves this, the outdoor cafes. We have our meal, and of course you have to get a bottle of wine. After this, we're probably just going to sit here and enjoy this outdoor cafe because after all, this is France and vive la France. I think that's right. So unfortunately, this is not the Notre Dame that I wanted to show you, but as we all know, not too long ago, a lot of it was destroyed by fire, especially those beautiful turrets that used to be on top. But it took 186 years to build Notre Dame, and as we all know, it didn't take long to destroy quite a bit of it. Right beside me, I'll show you this in just a second, is the Champs de Elysees, the Arc de Triomphe. You might have known some of those very special places, and right now there's a film festival going on in the Champs de Elysees, but there's where you'll find Yves Saint Laurent and a lot of the higher end, and I'm standing in front of a lovely little boutique. There's lots of boutiques as well on the Champs de Elysees. A lot of the very famous fashion houses are here in Paris. This one is on the Champs de Elysees. You probably recognize it as Louis Vuitton. So this is getting like a Where's Waldo, except it's Where's Heather? And Heather is on the River Seine in Paris. Hey Bill, say hi.
Hi Bill.
So Bill and I decided to also, besides the big bus, take a riverboat cruise, and we're on the Seine? The Seine, and any minute now we're gonna go on a 30-minute cruise. The lights aren't really on the Seine yet, but they will be soon. Paris at sunset, and that was Notre Dame Cathedral there, unfortunately after the fire. And you can see some other beautiful scenery. But every time we go underneath a bridge, the crowd goes wild here. Here we go. And they start singing. Well, they weren't that loud this time, but you can see the embankments too on the Seine. So our last day in Paris, and you can see there's a beautiful bride over here having her pictures taken, and here we are at the fountain and near, of course, the Eiffel Tower. What a beautiful day and a beautiful way to spend our last days until the next time in Paris as we listen to some music.
Hey, you know, I did a 5 favorite things when we left London. So I just thought I'd do a quick little Bill 5 favorite things he loved here in Paris. And you know, again, it's pretty similar. I love the architecture, the history. I mean, this is dating back hundreds of years. It goes right back. The other thing I loved are the monuments. I mean, I'm standing here with all these monuments around me. Here's a modern one behind me. But like the Arc de Triomphe, I hope I pronounced that right. Just so many things. And you know, the third thing I loved about Paris were the cafes. It was like I was back in the 20s, sitting in the street corner cafes where all the chairs face out onto the street, and they're the same design chairs that they had back then. They kept that same look. Even the waiters had the same white shirt and black pants, and it was just awesome. So the fourth thing I just love about Paris, which I wasn't really expecting, everybody's so relaxed. They're so laid back. And you know what? It doesn't start until about, I don't know, 9 at night. You know, it just seems like the whole city comes alive. People are out in the parks. Everything. It's a city of lights. So, you know, you can see where you're going. But it's just beautiful. We were on the cruise ship along the Seine, and people are just along the side of the river with their wine and their beer, not a care in the world. And I just love that. And lastly, I've got to say, and I was a little surprised on this, was everybody was so nice to us. I mean, it helped to have Heather with me because she could speak a lot of, well, not a lot of French, un peu, right, Heather?
Oui, je parle un petit peu.
So that helped me a lot. But because we tried to speak the language, people say, oh, you know, they're trying, I'm going to try with you. And it was just wonderful. So, you know what? Paris, I just loved it as well. And you guys got to check it out.
So we thought we'd have another chit-chat in front of the famous French window that Bill loves so much.
Love it here.
It really is. I mean, so much architecture around here is really from the 1700s, the 1800s. You can really feel the feeling of Paris in the old times gone by. Yep. And so we're just, and we didn't really book up all of our days. We booked the Louvre, and we must say that in London in particular, we found that if you didn't pre-book, you just didn't get into some of the places. But you know, we just wanted to be relaxed if we ended up having a picnic somewhere, or whatever we wanted to do, we would just do. But anyway, you've all been waiting for the toilet incident, and I'm sorry if this is going to be maybe a letdown for you, but we wanted to share it with you. Well, first of all, we love to walk. And when you're walking, you're drinking a lot of water. And we must say that walking down the Champs de Elysees, you know, you'd see a washroom and go, okay, that's fine. €2 to go into the washroom.
Yeah, so a little note here. A lot of the washrooms outside you got to pay to get in, unless you go into a restaurant and, of course, you buy something.
Yeah, and that's probably the best bet. Go in and buy a cafe au lait, and
Sure.
then you can use the washroom. But it's just something that we wanted to let you know, because a lot of people think that they should just bring their credit card, they'll be fine. No, go to your bank, because there's not banks everywhere here. It's not like in North America. I mean, you can't just sort of go, oh, I'll just go to an ATM. I don't see them hardly at all.
I guess, yeah, they're there, but you got to know where they are.
Yeah, and then there's a fee and everything. So
Yeah.
bring some euros. If you're in London, bring some pounds, and make sure that you have change as well, because when you gotta go, you gotta go. And we did go down to, we were in a little mall, and we found this washroom. We didn't have to pay for that one. Sorry, we're holding up a very heavy camera here. There's no tripods allowed on the airplane with our carry-on, so it's our arms that are the tripods for this trip. But anyway, I digress. So we found this washroom, and as a woman, because I'm used to North America, I walked in the washroom and there were all these men in there. Now, there were no urinals or anything like that.
It's a unisex one.
Yeah, it was a unisex washroom, and everybody was quite nice. And then this gentleman gets out of one of the stalls, and I go in, and the seat is extremely warm. And then I realized these are heated toilet seats in here. Like, these are state-of-the-art toilet seats. But then Bill got a little worried because...
Well, when I was finished with mine, I looked in there. Of course, everything was in French, and I'm not as good as Heather is with French. And then there's all these images of water shooting up for rear or front, and I, like, which button do I press? You know, I don't want to flood out. So I thought, just get the heck out of here.
So, anyway, when he told me his little story, I just laughed, and even right now, I'm just saying, going, oh la la, what do I do?
What's that?
You can't ask somebody, right?
No. Well, what's that called in?
A
Bodo?
bidet.
Bidet,
So
right?
it's kind of like a bidet, but
But
Bill got out too, and he goes, I didn't flush. I was afraid to press it.
come on, let's get out of here.
Well, anyway, so that's our little toilet incident. But we really hope that you have enjoyed these videos on London. And if you haven't seen the London video, I'm going to put part 1 up there. That's a 2-parter as well. And also what I decided to do. Remember, now we have 2 channels. This is called Awesome Over 50 Inspiration. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, if you're only subscribed to the beauty and fashion, you're not going to see these videos. So go ahead and subscribe below, and don't forget to click on the bell so you're notified. Usually we put these out on a Tuesday and the beauty videos on a Friday. But also, I did a little video on fashion and style in London and Paris, including a trip to the famous Harrods department store. I'm going to put a link up there for you for that as well. And we love you guys, you awesome ones, and we go on trips, we do things, but we do it for you because you're so amazing. And tell us some wonderful places you've gone in the comments, because it's just, we feel such a connection.
Or any incidents from those.
Well, again, it's been a joyous trip here, and also in London. And I think that's what you've got to do. If you haven't seen the world, any way that you can, just try to put that on your fun list and enjoy the different cultures, the different architecture, the different people. It's all amazing, and that's one way that you can
Keep it awesome.
keep it awesome.